No! Nexa, what have you done? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to...
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Absolute flame chase journey. You think he'll continue? I don't know.
So apropos.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphoreus. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made, but I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course he...
Not even a second. No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take.
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the... And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete...
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next life? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with...
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind error.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity.
By the gods, even kindness has betrayed Akuma.
The kindness of God. We're carefully above.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of... Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the...
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders, repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon the...
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine.
How is this permitted?
Elders and citizens, silence. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. First, Elder Kindness of Akuma, and in the names of Talantan and Kefali, Akuma is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the...
Cursey.
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the... In the names of Talantan and Kefali, the accused...
Professor.
Let him die!
What decision?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya.
Let him die!
Then, in light, O Talantan on high...
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. kind-hearted soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Soul, and it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world. These flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return in exchange. Please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let her... Thank you. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear.
Over here!
I believe in you.
Such a sweet choice. I beg you.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us to...
That's right. Keep your eyes on the door.
Onward. Show me your courage. Partner, we shall be...
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth.
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Orynyx's final blessing? It's truly... Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy face. I promised you that I would do everything in my power. I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once, every touch, every embrace we share, they will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth. And it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rock.
Those are your words.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thynan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy.
So, this is our last chance. May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaia?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goal, until Thynan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must
I've long predicted this was the case. But I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings. But casting aside our ideological differences...
Thynan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people. And I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only, sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But, by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Era Nova.
Congratulations are in order.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaia, we're back! Come welcome our great hero reborn.
I hope...
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him.
I'm glad. But I don't see Castor.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she's dreaming. Please, recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare, the hand of shadow. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the own majesty of the 12. We seek your divinity to fill our bodies with blood of gold till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, too.
Look! It's...
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Castorus. No. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright in its flame. Do not forget.
She made...
Professor.
What's with that look? So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new...
You never change. I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of...
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, it goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memory.
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it...
Then allow me to tell you right now, what exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortal? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the heart. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you, and especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Nexa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new...
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. Mason.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Thus, I shall confer upon you shall transcend the peaks of pure...
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes.
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity. And...
That...
But... I do still have...
What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
But, since we are both equally, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul! And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Thankfully, she's still alive. Was March 7th also in this condition? But she still woke up naturally. I do not have conclusive evidence. Perhaps March 7th's Think about it, Miss Himiko. Well... Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical... Is Miss Himiko In other words, now is the time for me to prove my... That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that amphoreus holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it
A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of amphoreus first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel. I chose to remain quiet before because I did. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are... I cannot be certain, but I am deeply... Miss Himiko, the wisest choice... Let me take back a part of what I said just now. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen... It's Fooly. Their gaze has just swept across amphoreus.
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word amphoreus has appeared.
This lady seems to be having fun.
It's,
What are you two whispering about? Has it not?
Oh, please pardon me, Madam Herta.
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if... Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of amphoreus, but there are also... I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms. The Eternal Land, the Rejected Land.
It seems...
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why do...
You're planning to head to...
Yes, but not in the flesh like you. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my... But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more...
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as... Then, sit back and... All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work. First mirror, input the cool... As you command, the preparations are complete. Second, this time... Oh, okay. Third mirror, you're... Good question. Forget it. Preparation of the data thought refraction at... Excellent.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good...
Coordinates input complete. Spatial warp countdown. Warp activated.
Oh, so that's amphoreus? Its appearance is... Second mirror, prepare for thought refraction.
All right, please.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. Oh, what a magnificent... Let's see. Perhaps... Oh, I finally found your... How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? What's this? What's this? Oh, it moves? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise.
Are you not going to answer my question?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, You can use my common alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name.
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that you should be in.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should...
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is...
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets. How do you plan to...
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains, and after filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3.
Oh?
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely isolated celestial body.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is as you've just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stay...
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's.
I assume that you still wish...
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your mean, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions.
What a brazen robot. But since you put it that way, why don't you tell...
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreus. A path be destruction. So you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, there